Your High Priestess has the following message for you today. Today's message comes directly from your soulmate, who wants to tell you something important but cannot or does not want to articulate it yet. So, do not be surprised, for I am conveying these words straight from the perspective of your soulmate. Feel free to respond to your soulmate through this video in the comments, as your words at the soul level will reach your soulmate. Also, like this video to activate the energy of this video in your life. Subscribe to my channel as well so that we can remain connected through the collective, and future messages for you, from me, your High Priestess, through the universe, can be received and conveyed to you through future videos. In the moment I saw you, my heart began to beat in a way I had never felt before. It was a quiet melody that heralded the dawn of a new understanding. Yet, with this blossoming affection came fears and uncertainties deep within my soul. These feelings created a strange harmony of sweetness and sorrow in my world, one I had never experienced before. Each day seemed to plant a delicate flower of hope, whose fragrance touched my existence, yet there were days when the storm of uncertainty threatened to sweep away everything I had begun to feel. I closed my eyes, took a deep breath, and tried to rediscover the melody of our unspoken song. It was a struggle, a journey of self-discovery and acceptance. All because of the enchanting aura you carry with you. I often spent the early hours alone in the place you love so much. I watched you from afar, laughing with your friends, and in quiet thoughts, I imagined what it would be like if I found the courage to approach you and reveal my feelings. Every laugh, every step you took drew me closer to the truth that you were the universe I was willing to explore, despite the demons of insecurity lurking within me. It was the little things that encouraged me, the fleeting glances we shared, the brief conversations that connected us. Each interaction was a small but significant step that brought me closer to the point where I could accept and reveal my feelings to you. The fears within me were not easy to overcome, but the patience and gentleness you showed me, even without knowing what was going on inside me, helped me navigate the darkness. Every smile from you was like a ray of hope breaking through the dark clouds of my insecurities. My days began and ended with thoughts of you. Sunsets brought a bittersweet longing reflected in the stars that witnessed my unspoken words. I began to accept the fears and uncertainties as part of the process, a necessary journey to understand the depth of my feelings for you. Your unspoken support, your presence, the gentle understanding you showed, even though you didn't know the depth of my struggles, gave me the strength to carry on. I knew the time would come when I would gather the courage to reveal my feelings to you. And until that day arrives, I dream of the endless possibilities that lie ahead and hope for the day when the fears and uncertainties can be overcome by the pure love that resides in my heart. In the meantime, the nights came when I stood at the window and stared into the darkness, wondering if you might also think of me from time to time. My heart longed to find the words that could express the ocean of emotions within me. Yet, every time I tried, I found myself in a labyrinth of emotions, lost between the echoes of fears and the sweet song of hope. I began filling diaries, page after page, with words revolving around your existence. Every letter seemed to sketch the beauty I saw in your smile, in your eyes, in your being. As the days passed, these pages became a testimony of my unspoken words, my unexpressed desires. On weekends, I often sought refuge in the quiet corners of the library, where the world hid within books. There, amidst the shelves of old and new stories, I found the silence that allowed me to understand the longing in my heart. There was a healing touch in the silent hours of reading, a sweetness in solitude, yet filled with thoughts of you. The days when the rain pelted against the window panes reflected the gentle melancholy that enveloped me. But even in that melancholy, I found a strange kind of comfort. A sweet resignation nourished by the hope that soon the day would come when the rain would unite our stories. Sometimes, as I strolled through the streets, I found myself lost in thoughts, picturing the many possible scenarios in which I could confess my love to you. Whether under the gentle glow of evening twilight or in the quiet stillness of a snowy morning, each imagination carried the sweetness of the possible, emerging on the horizon of my dreams. With time, I learned to dance with the fears that once held me captive. I learned to hear the gentle melody of hope that played in the silence between heartbeats. The patience you showed me taught me to have patience with myself, and every small act of kindness from you was like a gentle song that dispelled the darkness of my insecurities. The idea of one day confessing my love to you became a gentle dream that illuminated the darker days. And although the fears didn't completely vanish, in the loving thought of you, I found a bridge over the stormy waters of uncertainty. So, day by day, I remained in sweet anticipation and hope, ready for the moment when the words would finally find their way from my heart to my lips, ready to share the love that had grown in countless moments of longing and silent desire. The seasons changed, the leaves turned colorful and gently fell to the ground, making way for winter. And with the changing of the seasons, I also felt a transformation within myself. The fear that once had a firm grip on me began to slowly fade, making way for a gentler, more patient realization. The time ahead of me was no longer an insurmountable obstacle but a gentle path of approach. My visions of you became more vivid, every interaction, even just a fleeting glance, filled my heart with hope. I started collecting small gifts for you, things I wanted to give you one day. A book you mentioned once, a card from a place you dreamt of, little fragments of a possible shared life. My friends began to notice the change in me. They said my eyes lit up differently, a bit brighter, a bit more hopeful. In conversations about the future, you were always present, even if I didn't speak your name aloud. The music sounded sweeter, the poetry deeper. Everything seemed to be filled with new meaning. And in every beautiful thing, I saw a touch of you. Your laughter echoed in the melody of the songs I listened to, and your eyes sparkled in the verses of the poems I read. The morning coffee cups bore witness to my daydreams, each sip brought me a little closer to you in my thoughts. I painted out the conversations we would one day have, the gentle touches, the first steps of affection. The fears that once enveloped me in darkness were now overshadowed by a new understanding that grew with each passing day. The feeling of freedom began to spread within my chest, the freedom that comes when one confronts the ghosts of the past and firmly sets their gaze on the future. I started to learn more about myself, discovering corners of my heart I had never explored before. And in each of these discoveries, I found a piece of you, a piece of what could have been, and what might still come. It was a journey of self-discovery illuminated by the flame of hope you had ignited within me. And I knew that no matter how long it would take, I would be ready to wait, hope, and dream. Because every piece of the puzzle fitting together in my heart showed an image of us, captured in the beauty of love slowly but surely taking root in the depth of my soul. Bear in mind that this prediction is a guide, not a fixed destiny. The future always depends on the decisions we make in the present. Therefore, always act with love and kindness, and you can find a path that leads to happiness and fulfillment. This was today's message for you. I deeply appreciate your time and trust, and I would be delighted to receive a like, a comment, or a free subscription if my messages resonate with you. Your support helps me to strengthen my channel and reach more people whom I can assist. It was wonderful to have you here. Do not hesitate to drop by again and listen to the future messages of the universe from your High Priestess.